What is a blackout? Blackout is a total loss of utility power. Okay, blackout is nothing but in power system, it is a total loss of utility power. What about the frequency variation? Frequency variation means a change in a frequency stability. It may decrease or increase the frequency variations. Okay. In transient means instantaneous high voltage increase in the range of nanoseconds. For example, if it is a 1 kilo voltage, suddenly it increases to 2 kilo voltage. That is that too for few seconds, okay, few nanoseconds. It will increase and it will come back to normal like that. Okay, that is a transient. Instantaneous high voltage increase in the range of nanoseconds. Next is the harmonics, distortion of the normal waveform transmitted by a non-linear loads. If you observe this graph, you will understand this is a waveform. You can see it is not sinusoidal. Okay, so somewhat distortion you will get. Even if you do experiments in lab, RC phase shift oscillators, wave bridge oscillator, wave bridge, you will get not exact. Due to some distortion, you will get the harmonics. Okay. Over voltage. What do you mean by over voltage? Increase the line voltage for extended periods of a few minutes to days. Okay. If you observe the figure, here normal voltage is there. Here suddenly increased. This is a over voltage. Okay. Brownouts. What is brownouts? Nothing but reduced voltage, under voltage, reduced line voltage for extended periods of a few minutes to days. If you observe, starting normal voltage is there and suddenly decrease. Okay, it is decreased suddenly. Next is sag. Sag also here short term low voltage. That means this is a continuously. It will be for extended periods of a few minutes to days. Okay, but sag only for short duration. Okay, it will normal voltage, for example 230. Okay, normal voltage, but suddenly it will decrease to 120, like that 150. Okay, and for that too for few minutes or few seconds only. Okay, after that normal voltage. That is what sag. Okay. Electromagnetic interference, also a high frequency waveform, often referred to as noise. If you observe the figure, you will understand this one. High frequency waveform. Okay, some distortion here. Next, radio frequency interference means here high frequency waveform, often referred to as noise. Same. Okay. Next is surges. Surges. Surges is a short-term high voltage. It is a short-term high voltage. These are the just power quality problems. Once we recalled about that. Next, we shall read about the reliability aids. Okay. First, in that, mastering information. What do you mean by mastering information? Everything in universe is energy and information. Aggregated data is information, and information helps to take decision. Okay, if for example, the generation, the consumer capacity, for example, if 2 ohm is there, then what is the energy load? What is the load of 2 ohm? Okay, the 2 ohm load is maybe a 1 kilowatt like that. Okay, for example, I'm saying. Okay, so 1 kilowatt, for 1 kilowatt we have information, right? What they are using and how much power energy, how much energy it will consume. Okay, so we have the information. So if we have the information, so according to that we can generate the electricity. What they are saying is information we need to take a decisions. Okay, here information is such a resource that can be utilized to use all other resources in the best possible manner. Okay, information is such a resource that can be utilized to use all other resources in the best possible manner. Example, a decision to replace a substation transform will be based upon the aggregation of loading data. For example, what they said is a decision to replace a substation transformer, we need a data. Okay, how much load is supplied to the from substation is going. Okay, and what is the rating of that, and that data is required for that to take a decision. Here, creative ideas, data is required, and this is a process nothing but information technology, and output is information resource. Okay, we needed ideas and we needed data, and including the two inputs we will convert to process. Okay, if we have the two inputs, then creative idea and data, so that we can take a decision and we will get the output according to that. Okay, so creative ideas, data are the input for process or information technology, and output is a information resource. Next is a system configuration. System configuration plays a very important role in reliability. For system continuity, considering the long outages and momentary interruptions, that is nothing but, for example, in summer days or in rainy seasons, they will do power cut. Okay, we will be scolding for them. Okay, why they were cut it, but they want to save the people. Okay, sometimes it may get damage to the overhead lines or during the lightning occurs. Okay, so and it may get somewhat transformer get damaged due to the lightning. Okay, due to that, they want to avoid they want to make safety for the people, so they will do power cut. Okay, long outages due to some problem, a substation problem or generation problem, also they will do power cut. Okay, because to balance the generation and the load. Okay, and for system continuity, we expect always the continuity of supply. So here reliability is more important, and for system continuity, considering long outages, for example, 1 month or 1 week, like that. Okay, long outages means long power cut, interruption. The better system reliability are weighted the following order of merit. If you observe here, grid network. First, grid network should be good, and spot network, and secondary selective, and primary selective, and next primary loop, and next is a radial. Okay, these are the better system reliabilities. Okay, we can maintain the order. Okay, first grid network, spot network, and secondary selective, primary loop, and radial. Standardization. What is the standardization? It is necessary to plan to, if you want to install or if you want to construct a plant, we need a planning first. Okay, we need a planning. How much kilowatt, how much megawatt rating it should be, and what is the how much cost it will be. Okay, we need a, for everything we need a plan, right? If we are starting a business, then we need a plan. If we want to install a plant, then we need a plan. Okay, for it is necessary to evaluate planning first. Design operation. Okay, whether we want to generate the 1 megawatt or 2 megawatt and 3 megawatt. Okay, what is the design? What is the expectation? According to that design equipments we should take. Okay, that design operation also we should know. That is the second part. Next is a maintenance. If we take any equipments, if we take buy any product, then what about the maintenance for that? Whether for transformer we need to refilter the oil, and we need to check the windings. Okay, like that we need to do the maintenance for circuit breaker, like that. Okay, what about the equipment maintenance and material construction materials, what are the materials we require for that, and constructional and instructional standards. Okay, for example, if you, we will maintain the 50 hertz. Okay, and also we need to maintain the power factor near to the 1. Okay, if they did not maintain power factor near to 1, then they should, government will put penalty for the industry people. Okay, so to overcome that penalty, they will do the capacitor banks. Okay, they will install the capacitor banks to maintain the power factor near to 1. Okay, so some standards will be there, and instructional standards codes in respect of the following with regular reviews and updating. This is nothing but a standardization. Next is the equipment of mass, and that is a utilization, example distribution transformer, cables, etc. Next is the constructional standards for installing various equipments connections, nothing but tapping arrangement for 11 kV line, and sagging and fuse mounting arrangement. Next is a manual for the guidance of the field staff. Manual, if we are using a control panel, if we are using a SCADA, any equipments, even you'll before going to the experiment in lab also, you'll check the manual, right? What are the given procedure for that, and also what are the equipments are available in that experiment. You'll go through the manual, next you'll start the experiment. Like that only, manuals for the guidance of the field staff who are working there, and training institutes need to be well. Okay, before starting any company or before starting any equipment operation, we need a training institute. Okay, they should know everything, each and everything of that equipment. Computer studies should be standardized. Okay, software packages, for example, I have said that SCADA, and also we can in industries energy management system software they will do for and different types of packages for different concepts. Okay, some packages for different computer studies to analyze the energy consumption and what is the unit weight, and also what are the faults occurred. So to analyze the different to analyze a different concept, they need a computer studies, and the person should know about that. Okay, and next is accurate system diagrams are essential for reliable operation. For example, you are reading CAD, right? In 6M you'll read about the CAD subject, about the single line diagram and machine diagram, also design. Okay, so here accurate system diagrams, if any fault, okay, if any fault if fault is occurred at that time, so like that accurate system diagrams are essential for reliable operation. Also for continuity operation, what are the equipments we need to fix, what are the switching devices we need to fix there, what are the controlling devices we can put there. Okay, so system corrected diagram is essential for reliable operation or continuity operation. Next is a limitation of distribution system. Some of the limitations are given below here. Thermal limit. The temperature determines the limiting load current. Temperature will determine the limiting load current. The loading for typical system elements are set by temperature rather than mechanical considerations. The loading for typical system elements are set by temperature rather than a mechanical consideration. This is a thermal limit. For every equipment, there is a thermal limit. Okay, for example, the even transformer, if you take one small pot, a small device will check the temperature. Okay, and here economic limit, heat is dissipated in the system components, which is termed as a losses, right? It leads to increase in the cost. When the cost of losses equals to the cost of reducing losses, it is said to be a economic level of loading. If we use a capacitance or if we use a filters to reduce the harmonics, then the capacitance cost and loss, what the loss occurred, that cost is also similar. When it is equal, it leads to increase in a cost. When the cost of losses equals to the cost of reducing, it should be balanced. So it is said to be an economic level of loading. Okay. Next is a voltage drop. Voltage drop, for example, if we want to say this another example, for example, to reach a one power factor, they will use a capacitance bank. Okay, capacitor banks they will use to overcome the penalty. Okay, in industry side they will use inductive loads more, so they will get the power factor, it will be lagging. Okay, power factor will be, it is not up to the near to the 1, so they will government will put penalty. To avoid that, they will go with the capacitor banks to overcome the power factor. So if capacitor banks cost, for example, capacitor banks cost 10,000 you take, okay, and then even government putting penalty for them is 10,000, then it is a balanced. Okay, so what about the cost? It is a cost of loss equals to the cost of reducing losses. If we use the capacitor banks once, if they invest, it will be equal. Okay, next time they no need to pay, like that. Next is a voltage drop. Thermal and economic limits are directly related to the magnitude of the load. But one more determining factor in system component design in voltage drop, sudden voltage drop. Okay, thermal and economic limits are directly, it is related to the magnitude of the voltage. Okay, magnitude of the load. Here, one more determining factor in system is component design in voltage drop. Component design in voltage drop. For example, if you take any equipment or any component, what is the voltage drop it may occur? Okay, whether it can withstand plus or minus, like that it would be. Okay, tolerance. Okay, next, over voltages. Apart from voltage drop, components must be capable of withstanding voltage surges. That is a plus or minus, I have told. Minus for voltage drop, plus for over voltage. That is any equipment, if you take component, plus or minus tolerance they will give. Okay, apart from the voltage drop, component must be capable of withstanding voltage surges generated from within the system or by an external source. Next is the voltage flicker and voltage dips. The magnitude and frequent fluctuation in voltage, the magnitude and also frequent fluctuation in voltage, it will result in a disturbance which can affect the performance of devices connected. Next is a harmonic interference. We have discussed already. The cases of harmonics interference are arc furnace loads, nonlinear loads, etc. It is essential that equipment which generates harmonics higher than the accepted levels are isolated from general supplies. These are in harmonic interference are we need to remove that. It is essential that equipment which generates equipment which will generate the harmonic interference, it will be which generates harmonics higher than the accepted levels. Okay, for example, it will be 2. For example, the limit is 2, then if we are accepted level is 2, if it is more than that, if it is accepted level, it will be isolated from general supplies. Okay, if it is near to 2, if it is 2, it will be isolated. If it increase, then it may get damage to the whole part. Okay, whole equipment and connected devices also. That is what they are saying. It is essential that equipment which generates harmonics higher than the accepted levels are isolated from general supplies. Okay, we need to remove from that. Okay, if it is higher than that, by using any component or by using any equipment, we need to remove that. We need to overcome. We need to isolate that. Okay, that is about the limitations of distribution system. In next class, we shall discuss about the distribution system, that is a introduction, and also we shall discuss about the types. Okay, types of distribution system, and also one topic left in availability topic, bathtub curve. I think I'll explain in the next class.